This video looks at setting up a public health project. So we've named our file. You can see the file name in the corner there. We then select the public health icon. On entry into the public health program, you are presented with a general information dialog box. You need to fill out this dialog box in order to proceed with the project. So first of all, you have your piping database. This is the default database with all the various selection rules in, which you may add to if you wish. You might have created your own database. If you have, you would need to browse and pick it up. Hot tap position normally defaults to the left, which allows you to swap. And you have the four basic calculation methods: SIBD demand units, BS6700 loading units, CIPHE loading units, BSEN 806 loading units. Once you make the commitment to your calculation method, you can't swap. So for example, you couldn't swap by using BSEN 806 and then switch over to SIBD demand. You have to commit at this point. The next tab we look at is the hot tab. This then allows you to pick up the various selection rules, which we can apply here. Copper table X, and the circulating return option as well. There is a separate video on setting up pipe selection rules in the mechanical databases. There's one in there called piping database. Have a look at that. It gives you full information on how to edit these selection rules. Other information such as our minimum balancing pressure, we can only really assign that once you've put your system in. The maximum circulation temperature drop is for circulating returns. The two values here for building temperature and average room air velocity, those are used as part and parcel of the calculation looking at the pipe emission, which will then have a bearing on the temperature drop through the pipe, which generates the flow rates on the circulating returns. The next option on the tab is the cold. We again select our cold water and also gas, where we can apply our gas selection criteria. Putting our flow rates in, our supply datum, that's the entry point into the building that the gas main appears. Your minimum pressure at your draw-offs. If you have a set of appliances, you always need to deliver the minimum pressure at the worst case scenario. So you would put the minimum pressure requirement of the lowest pressure operating pressure of the appliances on the project. And then when you put your supply point in later on, if you wish to apply the 100 pascals rule, you can put a supply pressure in 100 pascals above the minimum operating pressure, and that will then size the pipes so that you won't exceed 100 pascals or 1 millibar. You can also apply your diversity as well. Selecting OK to clear the dialog box. You only get this dialog box appear automatically when you start a brand new project. From this point onwards, if you want to recall that dialog box, you go to the Edit menu and you select General, which then allows you to make any further changes.